Welcome to a Sunday reset with me. I am going to just try and get everything organized and cleaned up and ready for a productive and very busy week for our family. And I'd like to take you along while I do that. So follow along. Here we go. I start my Sunday with chicken chores. I head out to the coop, I feed the girls, make sure they have fresh water, and then I get started on checking for eggs and making sure that they're all happy and healthy and making sure that the coop is clean and doesn't smell and is good for the week. Every week I like to go ahead and rake the ground in the chicken coop. When I rake it up, it just basically disperses all of the detritus and nastiness from the week and kind of gives us a clean start. We really believe in letting our chickens help us to keep their coop clean, and so you'll see that I'm going to put some mealworms inside their coop where they sleep at night and where most of the poop is, and then they're just going to pick through that and they are going to disperse all of that nastiness right down into the dirt for us. I bring in some treats. They love our nasturtium leaves and nasturtium flowers, and then I'm done with chicken chores and I head inside to get started. On this particular Sunday, we had been gone for about 2 days and everything just was piled up in the kitchen on the countertop. You can see that there's bags and boxes and a bunch of garbage everywhere, and the kids are in the kitchen and they're making breakfast, so we just have a lot going on this Sunday morning, and I'm just trying to get everything cleaned up and put away so that life kind of resumes normal functioning. Hopefully that's the goal anyway. So you'll see here I'm just putting everything away and just getting everything put back in its place where it belongs. Okay, now what you're seeing is I'm putting my Dutch ovens into the oven because I'm going to bake 2 loaves of sourdough bread. So I'm getting ready to bake 2 rustic loaves of sourdough bread for the day, and that should feed the family for the week, maybe even 2. We'll see how hungry these boys are this week. But I'm getting 2 loaves of bread in the oven ready to bake. And once I get them baking, I'm going to start with my meal planning. So what I'm doing here is I'm just writing any special days out and my husband's work schedule on my meal plan, and then I'm consulting my refrigerator and our family meal list in order to make this meal plan. I'm writing it out every single day, and as I go, I'm just relying on what I already have in my food inventory and what I already have in the pantry in order to make meals that use things that we already have, so I don't have to buy a ton at the grocery store. And now I'm filling out my grocery list. So you'll see my grocery list has a bunch of different boxes because it's an organized grocery list that's divvied up by section in the grocery store. So I go through, I look up recipes, and I fill out my grocery list based on my meal plan for dinners for the week and what we need for our standard breakfast items and lunches and things like that. Now that my meal plan is done, I am going to take some bread out of the oven and let them cool for a few hours before I start slicing them. And while I wait for them to cool, I'm going to just clean the entryway. This is another catch-all location for our family, so you'll see lots of shoes and bags and just kind of mess that needs to get picked up on a weekly basis. My boys are athletes and they are rowers, so their shoes are constantly getting wet from the water, so I'm spraying them to disinfect them so that they don't smell. And then I'm just cleaning everything up here. Cleaning up includes breaking down all of the boxes. One of my husband's bugaboos is when I don't break down the boxes and I put whole boxes into our cardboard recycling bin. So I try to make life easier for him and break them down so that he's not frustrated. Once that's done, I go ahead and head into the living room and I start starting to pick up everything in our living room from the week and get everything put away and then get everything cleaned after that. So I do some dusting and then I'm going to clean up everything on the sofa, including taking off our sofa covers. So once a week, I remove sofa covers and wash them. We cover our sofas because we have 10 animals. And so I need to keep the white couch clean. Why did I buy a white couch? I don't know, but I did, and here we are. So I'm constantly having to wash the sofa cushion covers in order to keep the sofa clean and so it doesn't smell like dog. I also vacuum our sofa because even though I have covers on it, sometimes dog hair does get through and I don't want to ruin the sofa with dog hair. So you'll see that I'm going to continue to vacuum it. And then I just am going to finish cleaning up the living room and tidying everything up for the week. Once the living room was cleaned, I headed out to the grocery store to grab the groceries that were on the grocery list that I created previously when I was meal planning. So I'm just going to bring all the groceries in, unload them, and get them put away. As I'm putting the groceries away, my son wanders into the kitchen for a quick snuggle and also because he wants me to make him a snack. So he's really just there loving on me, asking me to make him food. He's looking for a snack. So that's a constant occurrence. This is real life. This is all day long, folks. He's always looking for something to eat. Once the dishes are put away and the groceries are put away, I start to clean all the vegetables that I purchased. I think today the only thing I really need to wash is some bell peppers. So I have them soaking in some vinegar water in the sink, and I am preparing my container so that it's labeled and so I know what's in there. And then I'm just going to continue to wash the peppers and then I will cut them and put them away, cut for use this week in recipes. Continuing on with the meal prepping, I am putting together some cereal this week. I decided to make a cinnamon and vanilla cereal. My kids love it. They call it cereal. It's really just granola, but I usually make a batch every single week. And they eat it with either Greek or Icelandic yogurt or even with whole milk. It's just the easy go-to breakfast for us. Now I am redoing my kids' calendar. I like to keep a calendar in the homeschool room for them. It just has their activities on it so they can keep track of their schedule. In the spirit of transparency and honesty, I have not done this since December, so this is a long overdue chore for us. The kids are super excited that I have it completed now, but this I'm just going through and I'm consulting our family calendar and putting in every single activity that the boys have throughout the month. So I color code all their activities based on physical activity, church activity, school activity, birthday, party. So all those different activities have a different color and they already know what the color code is, and then I'll put like hearts on it or something because it is February when I'm doing this, so it is Valentine's Day, and so I'm just gonna make it a little festive for their homeschool room. Now that the boys' calendar is complete, I move on to slicing the cooled sourdough bread. I use a deli slicer to slice my sourdough because I struggled with using a bread knife. So I would never get even slices. This has really been the solution for that. I did purchase this refurbished off of Amazon, and that was a great way to go about it because I didn't have to spend as much money and I got a really good working machine. So I'm really happy with it. Now that everything inside is completed for the day, for the most part, I am going to move outside and start cleaning up our outdoor living spaces. This is our little fire pit area, and so I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit and get it organized. Once the fire pit area is cleaned up, I'm going to move inside to the screened in patio area. We do spend a lot of time out here. We eat out here a lot. I work out here a lot. So I just like to every week just wipe down the table. Honestly, I probably wipe down this table every single day. But I just spend a lot of time out there. And to wrap it up for the week, we are switching another load of laundry. Yes, another load. This is probably my 6th load for the day. This is the sofa covers that I put in the wash earlier, and I'm just switching them over to the dryer. I just wash and dry them like on a normal cycle, and just make sure that they get cleaned for the week, just like all the rest of the laundry. So thanks for joining me today for my Sunday reset. I hope you got some inspiration to get going on your own house this week. Thanks for joining.